Much is going on in the Lagos State Legislature in spite of its ongoing break from plenary activities. The Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, recently clinched the Best Legislator of the Year 2017, organized by a media organization in Lagos. This is Lagos Parliament. I am Abimbola Agbebi, and this is how we begin the show this week.
Get closer to your legislators. See them in action as they deliberate on moving the state forward. Watch updates on weekly events, presentation of bills, passage of laws, adoption of resolutions, and many more. Also, get a chance to meet the lawmaker of the week and watch the legislators. Observe plenary in Yoruba language. Lagos Parliament, every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. on TVC News Nigeria. Lagos Parliament, bringing the legislature closer to you.
Well, let me say to God be all the glory, the Speaker, Lagos State House Assembly, Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, is a truly distinguished legislator. Is a truly distinguished, patriotic Nigerian who has adverted all his own to the services of his people. He has the background, rich and veritable enough to build upon. He's a lawyer by profession. And because of the lengthy cognitive experience that he has in legislative business, he started off as a local government legislator, 1999. 2003, he became a state legislator. 2007, he was re-elected into the office. 2011, re-elected again. 2015, re-elected again. So if someone is doing a particular work for an upward of 15, 16 years, we should know that that person should have become a veteran or a senior. If you were an accountant, he would have been a fellow chartered accountant. If you were a lawyer, a practicing lawyer, he would have been a senior advocate. If you were a lecturer in university, he would have been a professor by now. So if you are on the same job for an upward of 15, 16 years, you had implied, you had assumed to have mastered the job, unless you have not really adapted yourself to the job. In this instance, the Right Honorable Speaker of Lagos State Assembly has truly distinguished himself as somebody whose cap fits the head, who has what it takes, as robust background upon which he had built other structures of astute legislative diligence and acumen. And that is what it brings to bear on the services of the Lagos State House of Assembly. Since he assumed leadership of the House of Assembly, we have seen many dynamic, many innovative, many ingenious, many intuitive processes that have underscored the fact that the Lagos State House of Assembly is truly above the common standards of excellence. Well, people say experience is the best teacher. And, you know, it's always good to have encountered some situations, maybe as a follower, before you take the mantle of leadership. So you'll be able to have learned from the mistakes or the faltering of others. So, Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, obviously, because of his long years of membership of the House of Assembly, as you know, it's a VD, has seen He has come, he has seen, he has accomplished, he has conquered, he has seen so many things. So, and he should be able to conquer when emerging issues occur. Because, of course, conflicts are inherent in human relationship. When we have a dealing, as human beings, conflict is bound to creep up once in a while. How we resolve the conflict is what differentiates us. It's what denotes us as people of resources or as people who are bankrupt, either intellectually, morally, or in terms of conflict resolution. So I want to say that the speaker, obviously, I'm not in his mind, but I know from the manifestations of his actions, one can see that he's someone who has a broad range of exposure in legislative parlance. So he knows the likely consequences of certain actions. So his man is deemed to have intended the consequences of his action. So he does not tread on those areas of negativities. So most of the time, he's extra cautious, he's extra careful not to offend the sensibilities or sensitivities of members. So he is he has camaraderie, he has conviviality, he is bohemian by nature, and he deploys that affable and amiable personality into warming himself into the heart of members. He fraternizes, he socializes, he kind of relates empathically with members, so that he puts himself in their shoes, and they see him as a comrade, as a colleague, as an associate, as someone who they speak the same language. So he has a way, he has a magic wand of carrying people along. So and most of the time, I want to believe too, in all honesty, that he's a very fair and honest person. So when you say something and people can confirm that what you are saying is true, once, twice, thrice, people want to now rely on you. But once you are a habitual character that lies, or that whenever he says yes, you find it to be no, people are worried. Even when you are saying the truth, it's very difficult for anybody to believe. So people tend to swallow whatever the speaker says, hook, climb, and sinker, because he seems to be time-tested and now trusted, and that is working for him too. Those and other attributes that could only be born out of experience, not out of imagination. Leadership is by example and not by precepts. It's not any precept, it's not any reading, it's not any lecture or any didactic or pedagogic inspiration that can make you to imbibe some of these qualities. Some of these qualities are better encountered, they are better evolved, they are better, inculcated over the years, now to form a concomitance or a combination into a complete character that can truly influence his people.
Get closer to your legislators. See them in action as they deliberate on moving the state forward. Watch updates on weekly events, presentation of bills, passage of laws, adoption of resolutions, and many more. Also, get a chance to meet the lawmaker of the week and watch the legislators. Observe plenary in Yoruba language. Lagos Parliament, every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. on TVC News Nigeria. Lagos Parliament, bringing the legislature closer to you.
The significance of regular medical screening as one of the ways to avert the different forms of life-threatening diseases was again brought to the fore at a free medical screening exercise organized by a member of the Lagos State House of Assembly in its constituency. The Lagos Parliament crew was there. In their numbers, residents of Shomolu Constituency 2 gathered to take part in a 3-day free medical outreach organized by the representative in the State Parliament, Honorable Rotimi Abiru. Medical personnel were on hand to attend to their various health needs. It was discovered that most of the residents had varying degrees of health challenges that could get critical if not attended to.
I realized that quite a number of them have elevated blood pressure, which is usually, is frequent in elderly people. I've seen a case of gouty arthritis, suspected gouty arthritis, and I've referred him to a rheumatologist. I get to know that some of them have not been paying attention to their blood pressure, which can also, ignorance of the blood pressure can also predispose them to some other consequence like stroke and heart disease and some other stuff.
According to the lawmaker, life-threatening diseases such as hypertension, arthritis, among others, can be managed if diagnosed early.
Out of fear of not having money, people with minor illnesses can go to hospitals, and we have encouraged our people as much as possible. We have like over 20 doctors here involved. Some are doing general consultation. We have like ophthalmologists in there. And I think it's a program that people of Bariga really appreciate, and it is part of my giving back to the society.
Former state executive officials, community leaders in the area couldn't agree less on the significance of programs like this for the indigents.
I'm so impressed with what I'm seeing today. I take part in washing of my teeth. I test my blood pressure, even the high.
This is the most impactful program I've ever seen. Conscious project shouldn't be all about putting infrastructural facilities. This is the best that I think that our honorable, any of the honorable can put in place for his people. Health is wealth. This is a very resound and a very perfect package that I've ever seen, because it's all encompassing. It includes every sphere of medical treatment. I'm not talking about the serious case, but the primary cases are already been taken care by him. And kudos to him.
For beneficiaries who had undergone series of medical tests, they saw the need to pay closer attention to their health by going for constant checkups at the hospital.
I address general in medical, then a cancer problem, the teeth, eye problem, and other diseases.
Waiting West can do for me as our assembly, which shall I be Kolade. I thank God very much because I do tests free. God will go there with him.
I'm very, very happy for him. My happiness, I can't count my blessing, because the man has been doing it. People are talking about him and he's doing it for us. Even I'm seeing him, but I want to see him himself face to face to talk to him.
The people pleaded for more of such initiatives, not just at the local government level, but also by the state government.
Any condition, we should be able to bear it. So, and I know you can endure. You normally drink a very hot pot.
And still on earth, a call has gone to well-meaning Nigerians, corporate bodies to assist the government to improve on health care delivery in the country. A lawmaker in the Lagos State House of Assembly, Honorable BC Yusuf, made the call during the presentation of 1,200 bottles of deworming tablet to the State Ministry of Health. It says the intervention program, which had become an annual exercise, had in no small measure helped the state in its deworming program.
We want to thank him very much for always being there for us. Since he has been assisting us in getting this support from Vitamin Angels, our coverage for deworming of our children under the age of 5. During the program that we do 2 yearly, in June now we are going to do another one. It has assisted the state in improving the coverage a lot. Before the assistance, we were always doing percentage coverage has always been less than 40%. But now, since Honorable Yusuf and the Vitamin Angels have intervened, we've been surpassing 100%.
Well, the doctor on the field has said much about that very one. But for me, that health is not given to government alone, is the contribution of everybody, but everybody should, right away from washing of the hands and the rest of it, we must do our own bit of it by inculcate the hygienic way of life to our people. Even where we live, we must make sure that the environment is very okay. And you can see my constituency, definitely you will see that I'm a man of a good health. And with what you can see here, you know that what will my house be. So first, the parents should be able to make sure that they take precautions and they take instruction from the doctors. and whatever they are giving, the instruction they are giving, they have to abide with it. So with that, you will see the children mortality will be reduced in the country. It's just the inspiration that I've derived from God. That's what I'm doing. This is very wrong. I mean, if it's just on policies, I will put more than earth on the ground. But this is just earth. For those people I operated, some of them came from Badagry and the rest of it. Are they going to vote for me? No, it's not on. Well, but one thing is very, very common in Nigeria. Once you are doing something, they will attach it as political. It's not. It's what you are interested in. This is the area I'm interested in. I don't know why I have not been dabbled into be a doctor, but I know that this is my area of interest, and I'm doing it fullest. And it's going to go beyond me, because I've told my children that this is only legacy they can keep for me.
Get closer to your legislators. See them in action as they deliberate on moving the state forward. Watch updates on weekly events, presentation of bills, passage of laws, adoption of resolutions, and many more. Also, get a chance to meet the lawmaker of the week and watch the legislators. Observe plenary in Yoruba language. Lagos Parliament, every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. on TVC News Nigeria. Lagos Parliament, bringing the legislature closer to you.
Away from that story, now rather than throw a party on his birthday, a member of the Lagos State House of Assembly who recently turned 55 decided to put smiles on the faces of his constituents through an empowerment program.
You have to speak in the hall so that they can see you in the hall. Just let him speak from there.
Assembly will reach out to your people to appreciate them for giving me the benefit and opportunity of representing them in the House of Assembly. Since 2011 till date, it has been a very wonderful experience standing in, being the voice of the people of Ojo constituency, and I thank God for that. As I have always done, I have reached out to the widows, to the aged, to the peasants. I've reached out to students on scholarship. I've reached out to the market women. I've reached out to the persons living with disability. I've reached out to the old and the young. I have facilitated transformers into communities. I have done so much for all our various areas in terms of empowerment, and I'm able to say, like I said in my address, that it is a record-breaking representation as far as I have done since 2011 till date. I want to appreciate God. Today, we have empowered 100 petty traders, artisans, widows, and women. We have empowered a group that we call Grey and Strong, an NGO that takes care of the old and the aged. We have also empowered persons living with disability today to commemorate my 55th birthday. I want to appreciate all of you for your support. I have also instituted a scholarship scheme, and it is meant for students in my constituency 2 of Ojo, who are either students of LASU, Lagos State University, or the College of Education, Ijalike, or the College of Education at Noforija in Ekpe, or the Lagos State Polytechnic in Ikorodu, all are tertiary institutions. And all students, some students will also benefit from our secondary school, and it also extends to the primary school. And for that scheme, I have set aside 3.5 million to take care of our TB students in this constituency. And today also, you all witness the fact that one of our constituents, Benga Kirata, who is also partially impaired, he has been given admission in LASU, and I also undertook today to sponsor his education throughout his university life. I think I also announced that openly. And Benga also told me that there are some other people like that in that group, and I will also extend my support to them. So I thank you all, our KBCs. I thank all the political leaders, our apex leaders from Odo is here. I thank all our women, I thank the youth in the constituency. I appreciate all of you for your support. And I want to continue to pledge that I will continue for as long as God's presence and gives me the enablement and opportunity to commit myself to the service of the people. On that note, I wish to say thank you all and God bless you.
H, and you know, H, N, O. Everyone,
today is a give back and feedback to my constituency on the occasion of my 55th birthday. You saw that today we were able to empower 100 constituents across all the cadre, farmers, peasants, marketmen and women, and of course the aged persons living with disabilities. We set aside 3 million to give out to constituents today, and we have also set aside another 3.5 million for our students as scholarship to cut across students of constituency 2 or your local government who are either in tertiary institution or in secondary school or in primary school. It's my token of appreciation for having given me the privilege to represent them since 2011 till date.
I don't even know where to start from. My husband is an amazing man. A man with a very large heart, a loving husband, a good father, a cheerful giver, and a gentleman to a core. He's a sweet person, and he's a kind of man that I'm praying for God to give to my girls, to give to my daughters. He's my soulmate, he's my best friend. Apart from God, I think he's all in all.
Get closer to your legislators. See them in action as they deliberate on moving the state forward. Watch updates on weekly events, presentation of bills, passage of laws, adoption of resolutions, and many more. Also, get a chance to meet the lawmaker of the week and watch the legislators. Observe plenary in Yoruba language. Lagos Parliament, every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. on TVC News Nigeria. Lagos Parliament, bringing the legislature closer to you.
And with that, we've come to the end of the program this week. We thank you for watching. Till I come your way again next week, remember you can watch previous episodes of Lagos Parliament on www.youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Abimbola Agbebi. See you next week.